Hello Skyview Middle School staff, it is I, Mr. Mikasa, and today this video is going to show you guys how to make video lessons 101 professional development. So this is the lesson that I gave for the professional development that took place on August 18th during the professional development. It's about 30 minutes to 45 minutes long in length, and on this video I'm going to do a couple of things to help you guys make video lessons for Schoology and for remote learning. So here's a little PDF document that's going to show you basically what the objectives of this professional development is. First of all, we're going to show you guys how to use Activ Inspire to annotate your videos, so that way as you're doing your lessons you can annotate various documents, textbook pages, or even just the surface of your screen just to help illustrate points for your students. We're going to show you how to use Quicktime to record your screen for your lessons, to create your video lessons. We're then going to show you how to upload those video lessons onto YouTube, and then of course we're going to show you guys how to link your YouTube videos onto Schoology so that way your students can then look at the lessons and learn the material that they need to do. So that's the purpose of today's lessons, and this is what we're working on. Alright, so let's go and start talking about how we can go about making our video lessons for Schoology as well as for YouTube. Now the first feature we're going to use, of course, is Activ Inspire. So if you look down here in your guys' Launchpad down here, you have a variety of different programs you can use. Right here we have Inspire, which is made by the Promethean software that we use for our school's Promethean boards. Now if this icon isn't in your Launchpad, you could also go to your Finder. You could also go to Applications as well. From the applications, you can go down to Promethean. If you click on Promethean, you can see your Activ Inspire software. You double click on that and find the program, which is right here, which is your Inspire. Either way you look at it though, if you wanted to drag this and drop this to your Launchpad, it's very simple. You just click your icon here and just drag it down below and it shows up in your Launchpad. So let's go ahead and get that program open real quick. So I'm opening up the Inspire program on my laptop, and then it's going to take a second for it to load up. Activ Inspire is really nice because it allows you to graphically annotate different documents, images, or whatever the situation may be that you want to use for your computer. Now the one I like to use, of course, you could do flip charts kind of like this. So if you're a math teacher and you want to show kids how to do math formulas like that, you can do it like that very quickly. You could do that on your flip chart. And of course you can use your pen tools to do that like I just did earlier, or you can use highlighting tools to highlight images or text. It's up to you what you really want to do. Now for my opinion, the most powerful aspect of this, of course, is the desktop annotation ability. So if you look up here in the upper left hand corner of your drop down menu, you have this desktop annotate. If you click on that, what it allows you to do is it allows you to annotate directly onto your desktop, kind of like how you're seeing right here. Okay, so that's an example of that. So a perfect example of this being the case, let's say I'm doing a lesson real quick on a textbook page. So I can just go here, go to my Activ, go to my work folder, and just open up a textbook page. Let me go to my 7th grade social studies. I'll just open up a random textbook page. So let's pretend I'm doing a video lesson about this page here. The nice thing about this, of course, is that I can go through it, and as I'm going through the lesson for a textbook page, I want to highlight portions of text. Like I want to tell the students, okay, this piece of information is important. If I want to draw their attention to the location of something on a map, I can easily do that. And that's the reason why I like using desktop, the annotation ability from Activ Inspire by the Promethean software. So this is an example of what this would all look like if you wanted to do that. So this is exactly how you would go about making your annotations on your videos. So go ahead and try playing around with this little feature here, see what kind of neat things you can do with it. If you want to clear out your annotations, let's pretend I drew a smiley face and I want to get rid of it now. I can just go down to this little spray bottle here, click on that, clear annotations, and it clears all the markings that I made. So go ahead and take a minute, go ahead and play around with it for a second so that way you guys get a good feel of how to use this, and then we'll move on to the second part where I talk about exactly how you make a screen recording to create your video lessons. Alright, so now you learned how to use the annotation tools over here using your Activ Inspire software in order to annotate different documents and images on your screen. Now, the next thing you want to learn how to do, of course, is how to record an actual lesson. And for this, my suggestion to use is to use a screen recording feature that's available. In fact, the screen recording feature on Quicktime, which is this application down below, this is exactly how I'm making this particular video lessons for you guys to watch. So it makes it really, really easy. It's a very simple way for you guys in order to watch and make your video lessons very, very quickly. Now, once again, again, it should automatically be in your Launchpad down here, this little queue for QuickTime. If it's not, of course, you could also go back to your applications. You can go to applications like this, and of course find QuickTime, and you can of course drag and drop it to your Launchpad if you want to, or open up from your applications folder. Whatever interface works best for you, that's what you should do. So for example, right now I'm doing a screen recording right now. So if I was to hold this down, and I can actually, so as you can see here, there's a little button here that says new screen recording. What you do is you'd click that screen recording, and it will actually create a brand new screen recording for you to use. Now, once that happens, unfortunately, I don't have a picture of it because I'm currently doing my screen recording. You'll get a small little drop-down menu that looks like this with a square in the middle of it for you to click on your create your screen recording. You could click on that, and automatically it'll bring up a little menu for you to record your screen top. You just click on the little prompt that it gives you, and then you can start recording it as well. Now, right next to it, there is a little down arrow caret that's on it as well. If you were to click on that, it'll give you a couple of options for you for your input device. Make sure it's using your internal microphone, and make sure it's using that to record your guys' video, because otherwise, if it's not on there, it's not going to record your voice. Once again, I do apologize for the crudity of this little model here, but right now I'm making a screen recording of this video anyways, so that's the reason why it won't let me do that. I do apologize for that part. But if you have questions about how they do that specifically, feel free to email me, and I'll more than happy to show you how to make that work. Okay, so as you can see here, this is actually recording my video as we're doing it now. Now, if I wanted to stop my screen recording, all I have to do, of course, is go here to QuickTime. All I have to do, of course, is hit screen recording. It would stop it, and then it'll open up a new window. I can then save that video anywhere I want on my computer, and it automatically does it. The nice thing about the screen recording feature about QuickTime is that it automatically saves it in MPEG-4 video format. Now, MPEG-4 is a format for video files, and the reason why it automatically saves it to that medium is because of, regardless of what operating system you're using, whether you're using a Macintosh OS, iOS for mobile devices for Apple, Android devices, or using Windows for PC devices, all these different platforms can view MPEG-4 video files. So that's the really nice thing about that. Plus, it's also the file format of choice for YouTube, and that's what exactly we're going to do. We're going to actually upload these videos onto YouTube for you guys to use. So that's good to do for this one. So what I want you to try to do now for this little section here is try experimenting with making videos, doing screen capture, try making different videos for that, and see how that looks for you guys. So take a couple minutes to get that done. Make a sample video file that you want to make for uploading on YouTube, and I'll catch you guys after the break for that portion. Alright, so now you're done making your video. So as you can see up here on my desktop, I have an example video lesson made up here that I've already made ahead of time to use this one. So whenever you make your video lesson, the next step you need to do, of course, is to go onto YouTube. So I'm going to open my web browser here. As you can see, this is my YouTube page. There's a lot of Bob Ross videos on here, and the reason why is because I listen to Bob Ross as I'm grading my kids' work to help me distress and not lose my cool, and leave really negative comments on my kids' work. Now, whether you're aware of it or not, actually, you actually already have a YouTube account. And the reason why that is the case is because YouTube was purchased by Google many years ago. And so because of that, YouTube is a Google application now. So that's kind of nice, since we all have Google accounts through Google now for our district. As you can see with mine here for my example, you automatically have a YouTube account as well. So all you need to do, of course, is just create your channels. All you need to do. Now, it's going to require you to do different prompts when you create your channel for the very first time. When you create, it's going to ask you to name your channel. It's going to ask you what kind of layouts you want. Of course, select the different features that you want, but generally speaking, this is what your general layout of your webpage is going to look like. This is just a real basic bare bones channel. I didn't do any customizations to it whatsoever, just because I'm not planning on being a YouTuber. I'm just planning on putting my lessons up here for my kids to look at. All right, so that's all I need to know about that part. So as you can see here, this is the little layout that you have here for YouTube and how you're going to upload it. Now, the most important buttons for you that you want to pay attention to when it makes uploading your video lessons is this little camera, the plus sign on it. That's the button you use in order to upload your videos. Another one that's really going to be important for you guys here is your YouTube Studio button as well. This is how you can go about and edit your videos, and how you can change content, how you can get the links, how you can link it to Schoology. This will be the button that you guys will use in order to upload your videos. So I'm going to show you that real quick and show you exactly how that's done. So the first thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to upload a video. So all you need to do, of course, is click on this create a video or post, and you need to click upload video. So now I'm uploading my video now. Just going to bring up a little menu here to load up. And all I need to do, of course, is just hit this upload button here. So I'm going to click that, find my video on my desktop, which is my example video lesson. I'm going to choose that product there, and it's going to upload it onto YouTube. Now, as it's uploading, of course, it's going to have to fill out some detailed information about your video. And if you look down here below, it tells you when it's being processed. It's showing you how long it's going to take for this video to be uploaded. In this case, because our internet speed is really, really quick here at Skyview, the video is already uploaded. What's happening now is that the video is being processed by YouTube and its servers. So you can see here it's being 95% processed. Once you know the details, if it's still processing, you could exit out of YouTube and work on something else if you want to. And the reason why is because it's already uploaded to the servers and it's just being worked on for the most part. So of course, you just add your title, just add your description, watch this video. I'm gonna do that for my students there. As you scroll down below, you could choose different thumbnails if you want to. I'm just gonna click on a general one because I don't have time to work with that real quick. And of course, the most important part is over here where it says audience. You wanna click yes, it's made for kids. The reason why this is important is because it does two things. One, it prevents people from commenting on your videos. So if you're worrying about cyberbullying taking place or kids messing around on the program, you don't have to worry about that because it's all taken care of. And secondly, it's going to prevent ads from being shown to kids as well. So you don't have to worry about any Budweiser advertisements popping up in your kids' video before they watch it. The reason why that was the case is because YouTube actually got sued with the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA. They got sued for that last year. So because of that's why they added this feature on here. And of course, you can just move on to, after you get done reading those little details, you move on to the next button. The video elements, you can skip this, and the reason why is because since it's made for kids, you cannot add video elements to a video that's made for children. You move on to visibility. Now, this is the most important part. In this case, what you want to click on is unlisted. And the reason why that is the case is because what that means is that nobody can view this video unless you specifically provide the video link for them to watch. It just adds another layer of security to keep our students safe from unwanted attention for the most part. So that's the nice part about it, because as long as you provide that link, the kids can access the video. And this is where your Schoology part comes into. So all you gotta do, of course, hit save, and you're ready to move on. Now it's going to upload real quick. It's going to show you what your video looks like. And if you look down below, the most important part is your video link right here, which is going to be important. You're going to want to copy that video link. All right, so just hit Control-C to copy it if you want to do it that way. So that way you can upload it to Schoology. And then of course you just hit close like that when you're done. Now let's pretend you accidentally hit the close button before you got the video link. That's okay, because if you're in your YouTube studio, which is right here, you can click on your options here and you get the link that way as well. So that's another way you can do it as well. So for example, if I was back in my channel, let's just go to my channel real quick. If you notice on my channel, and if I click on videos, it shows no content. Well, actually it does in my case because, you know, it's up there. But if you go to your videos real quick, you can see how all your videos are located here. If I go to YouTube Studio, for example, I could access and delete things from there. So for example, let's say that I have a video in here that I don't want to be up here anymore. Let's say I don't like this video right here. Maybe I made a mistake or whatever the case may be. I could then just click on it real quick, like that, hit delete forever, hit I understand, and delete forever again, and that video goes away. All right, that's a perfect example of that. So that's how you go about basically uploading your videos onto YouTube. Now the last part that we're going to talk about real quick is how to link this video onto Schoology, and that'll be the very last portion of the lesson that we'll talk about today. Alright, so far in this professional development, I showed you guys how to use your desktop annotation tools in order to annotate your videos. Showed you guys how to use the screen recording on QuickTime, and I've also showed you guys how to upload your videos on YouTube. The last thing we're going to do, of course, real quick, is show you guys how to upload these videos, link these videos to Schoology so that way you can use it for your guys' lessons. So like I said before, the one thing you want to do, of course, is get your shareable link. Make sure you get that copied, alright? And if you click on this, in this case, if I was to copy it this way, it automatically gets copied to my clipboard. So because of that, once that's done, you then log into Schoology. So here's my Schoology page. I'm going to go to my sandbox in my example. So here's my example, and let's say I want to show my kids how to use my video lesson. There's a couple ways you can do it, of course. Let's say I have a part, I want to make it part of a lesson. So let's play here. We'll go make this part of this lesson. I'm going to add this lesson real quick. So I made this lesson. Now I want to attach a video to it. All I have to do, of course, is click this little chain link button for your link. You can click on it, enter the link to your video, give it a title. I recommend you give it the title, the same title that you do for your video. So my example, I'm going to put video example. And of course you have to attach real quick as well. You can click on get preview to make sure that it's loaded up properly. As you can see, there shows a little image there of what it looks like. So it's really, really awesome. And you can click on save changes. So if my students were to go look at this, let's see if you're, let me go and actually act like I'm a student here. Oh, where's the course options? Oh, it's not gonna be able to let me do this because it's my sandbox. That's okay though. So I just click on my lessons here. It shows my lessons. It shows my example video. I click on it, and it's gonna show up my video right here. Never has to play. It's gonna load it up.
This is my professional development. How to make a smiley face.
So you see there, it shows my little video, and that's exactly how it's made as well. You could also just add it to your file. If you just want to add it to your materials, you could also do that as well. So I'm just going to add a link to it as well. Here's my little link to it, and add. Now, of course, you could make videos directly into Schoology if you wanted to. So let's say, for example, I made a video, I just want to add it to it. Now, here's where the problem would come into effect. The problem is you only have a 512 megabyte file size in order for you to upload videos. And just for a word of warning, videos eat up a lot of memory. Okay, in fact, I think when we actually ran the math on it, if you're making a video that's about 500 megabytes in size, we're talking about a video I think that's only 7 to 8 minutes in length is what it ends up being when it's all said and done. So you might be able to make a video lesson that quickly, but if you want to make a video lesson a little bit longer, or if you want to take your time with it, or if you want to cover several things in a single lesson, this will not be the most ideal way for you to do it. Whereas if you have this YouTube account, you can make your videos as long as you want them to make them, and you can also submit them for the kids to use, and they can watch them over and over again. Plus, unfortunately, because Schoology only has a limited file amount of stuff that you can upload on it, it deletes your videos after a certain period of time. So if you wanted to like show your videos for, like, let's say you teach multiple sections of a class that meet every semester, that could be another problem as well. For example, I teach a computer course class that I meet for one half of the semester, and then the other half of the year is the other course. So by doing it this way, my second course can get the same videos that my first course did, in case that this remote learning thing lasts longer than the initial time period that we have for it. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly how you go about making a video the quick and dirty way, putting it on YouTube and also uploading it to your Schoology page. Now, if you want to know how to edit it even further, like I did in this example, using music and editing and things like that, you'll need to use Movie Maker in order to do that. And you could try using that on your own if you want to. If I get enough people interested into it, I could teach you guys how to do it for professional development at a later time. It's entirely up to you guys. So that's going to end this professional development on how to make a video lesson just quick and easily using some screen capture tools, some annotation tools, and YouTube. If you guys have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to email me, message me, come talk to me. I'm more than happy to help you guys out with this. This is a pretty crazy transitional time they're in right now, so all the support and help that we can get out there, it's well worth it. So that's going to do it for this one for you guys, for your professional development. I will catch you guys in the next one. You guys stay classy, and peace out.